So welcome back to this rebuilding of a former giant. We are in Norway and we are in the year 2052 in this brand new series which we have rolled on from my Build a Nation series. And we have just finished our first few months at Rosenborg, and in today's video we are going to have a live com. I'm going to try to bring you more live coms throughout this series as well, and more video per season. Let's head over to the game screen, see what has been going on. As we get into this, can you make sure you do go down, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Make sure you do comment below and let me know who you are currently managing, how it is going on Football Manager. And if you told me in the last episode that, just go down and comment something random. But the more comments on the video, the more YouTube will promote the channel, promote my content. And as we lead into FM25, it would be nice to progress, develop, grow and improve. So, how has it gone? What have we started doing? So first off, we've only brought in one player since I came into the club, Stig Andre Bjørngulsen, who was with us at Eggerson and Lillestrøm for a short time. Brought him in on loan from Kristiansand. I think he's a decent player. I'm happy to have him. My supporters not so much. They've criticised the signing, but I was fairly happy with it. Now you can see we've had no outs since I came in as manager. These are all deals which happened before I took over. I have negotiated 3 players to leave us. The problem was all of them were set to go the end of the season. We kind of needed the money there and then to strengthen before the transfer window shut. Couldn't do it. So we do have some players going though. Jeffrey Diallo, we have agreed to sell on for 1 million. Vesterheim, who I did say wanted to go in the last episode, 875k. And Silla, who I also mentioned wanted to leave, was 975. So not amazing that we're losing them players, but at the same time they all wanted to leave. Move them on, focus on players who want to be here. So in terms of how things started then, our first game was against Arendal and we picked up a 4-0 victory. The first goal was a very nice, well-worked team goal, I would say, with Anderson, our experienced Swedish wing, again on the score sheet. Then our second goal was a ball over the top, Østergaard puts it across, and Dan Finch getting a goal on his debut for the first team. Now into the second half here, Østergaard brings the ball forward, drives through the whole team and tucks it away very comfortably to make it 3-0 here against Arendal. And we looked very good. And we did top this off with a 4th goal here. And as you can see, Vesterheim buries it bottom corner. And we won this game 4-0 at home. And I have to say, I didn't know what all the stress was about. I didn't know why everyone was panicking, because we looked like a good team. And this continued away from home to Brina. An own goal before we got a goal from our German defender, and Silla, who, even though we've agreed to sell him, has been featuring. And I will mention the German defender, who is non-contracted at the minute, 26 years old. He's very, very good. Problem is we can't sign him because he doesn't want to sign a part-time contract, but for now he's at the club, costing us absolutely nothing on the score sheet as we turned over Brina in the southwest. Obviously the introduction to my Build a Nation series was at their ground. Yeah, 3-1. Now the Ranheim game was moved forward and we ended up playing them next, and we got 1-1 draw with our left experienced winger Anderson, the Swedish loanee, on the score sheet, again putting in a man of the match performance as well. Dan Finch, you can see there with the assist. We've unearthed some gems in our academy. Now back-to-back draws here did have me worried, but we did bounce back from going 1-0 down against Junkerin, with Garini, our left back, getting on the score sheet. Always nice when a left back scores. It would be better if we didn't rely on our left backs to score, but as you can see, again, Finch linking up. Østergaard, who's been fantastic for us, putting it across to him, completely unmarked on the left-hand side, tucks it away, 1-1, and you can see we continued the form as we beat Askera 3-0, Silla getting both, and Bjørngulsen on the score sheet from the penalty spot, before victories over Kongsvinger 2-0, and a 4-2 victory on the final day against Raufoss saw us go into the playoffs. Now in the playoffs, we've looked decent. we beat Sandefjord 2-1 with Dan Finch on the score sheet and Anderson before beating Scale 3-2. Lassen, Silla and Østegard on the score sheet. Now we've just played Hønefoss in the first leg and we drew 0-0. And today's live com is going to be the second leg here, which would mean promotion if we beat them. So let's this is a bit of a blow, having our left back out injured, but we do have Dahl who can come in, the player who refuses to stay with us next season. So we're going to be looking at, now one thing to mention is Anderson, our left winger, went back to his parent club because his loan was finished. Why? We negotiate loans which run out when the season's not even done, but that's what we did. So we're going to Muskic in goal, Suljic, Raffet, the German non-contracted player. We're not paying him and he's not leaving. Happy days. Juan Pablo Martinez, Figueroa and Dahl, Nisveen and Lima Torres in defensive mid. Østegard, Silla, who is leaving us but has been playing fantastic, by the way. Lassen is going to be standing alongside Finch. Now, Vega Lassen is not even remotely close to good enough, but we don't really have anyone. Björn Gulson is injured and he's not going to be back. His loan runs out as well, so he's played his last game for us. The only other option would be this guy who, you know what, I think we're going to put him out on the left. He's technically a striker, but there's some top flight clubs looking for him as well. He is contracted and he's not on a youth contract, he's on a full-time contract, so I'll forget about what I was panicking about. Okay, so it's very simple. A victory today will see this side promoted to the top flight. A victory today will see our first 7 games as manager in the league resulting in us getting in the playoffs, then us going through the playoffs, winning promotion back to the top flight. Defeat will see us having another season in the second tier. So, Hønefoss now have it down the right hand side. They float into the back post. We don't even jump. Suljic just didn't even jump. We're 1-0 down. A bit concerning. The only tactical change I've made all season is, if you remember on last episode, we looked at playing 2 defence mids and a centre mid. The centre mid is now an attacking mid. Apart from that, the tactics are exactly the same. It was a very basic 4-2-3-1, but it's been working with the squad that we've got, and yeah, it's been kind of nice trying to use wingers again. For the last few seasons on my journeys, I've not been using wingers. Østegard's in. Oh. Now, one thing I didn't check is if away goals count. If away goals count, we need 2 goals to go through. If they don't count, then we're okay. I'm not actually sure. We are going to demand more. Just give them a bit of a kick up the backside there. 1-0 down. See, they're desperately saying, oh, he's got tight hamstring. It's the last game of the season, so please suck it up. Higher for Hønefoss. Okay, they passed now. The only thing I would say is this squad is not even close to good enough to survive in the top flight. Not even close. So would a season in the second tier be good for the squad? Yes. In terms of securing the long-term future of some of my players, no, it wouldn't be good. In terms of signing new talent, I don't think so as well. I do think we would struggle to bring in players. We are going to probably have to heavily rely on the loan market. Dan Finch floats in left-footed. Østegard doesn't jump, but he does going to get the ball. Now he floats it in. Dan Finch at the back post. Torresen. Oh, please don't be offside. Please don't be offside. There's been no VAR in the second tier, but I'm guessing because this is a top flight battle, it's been given. Come on. Come on. Torresen, the left winger we brought in for this game, getting on the score sheet, right? Lima Torres, to Nisveen, to Figueroa, goes out wide to Danny. Goes back to Figueroa, he plays it over the top. Oh, he's going to get it across. Dan Finch, oh, Dan Finch was so close tucking that away. What a cross, by the way, from Torresen. What a decision to put him on the pitch. A goal and an assist now. Watch this absolute rocket. So he turns back. He just, it takes a deflection, I think, but it ends up defying physics the way that drills across. Then we go in 2-1 up at half time. I'm going to go back to balance. But we're looking alright. Bit concerned if we went up about what we would do. Tell you right now, we would desperately need to turn professional. There's no way we can survive in the top flight as a semi-pro side. If anything, just because we would really struggle to bring in signings. Right, Dahl now. Goes it forward to Tollefson. Rebounded all over the place. They get away, but do we win it back? We do. Dahl now. Driving down the left-hand side. Floats it in. Dan Finch jump. Patreon member Dan Finch on the score sheet to make it 3-1. And it is looking like we're going to bring on fresh legs on left wing. It's looking like we, after taking over the club, who were in the bottom half, Lima Torres on the score sheet, taking over a club who looked like they were going to be really struggling. We have completely turned their season around. We have completely re-energized the team. And we are taking them back to the top flight of Norwegian football so quickly. So quickly. Oh my days. Hands on hips. Very happy. Goals from Torres and Finchy as well is always great to see. Look at that. So, Rosenborg have won. Okay, let's find the messages. There we go. Rosenborg promoted to the Elite Syrian. Right, budgets. Transfer budget of nothing. Wage budget of 50k. Oh dear me. The Rosenborg board have announced that they are very pleased to have won promotion. Everyone's looking forward to seeing the team play at a high level. In a short message of thanks, he declared praise had to go to manager Bram Ellison for ensuring that the club's stature would no longer be playing in the Obos Ligan. Now, the only thing I would say is this needs to change. So currently, what was the attendance in that last game, by the way? 20,780. Currently, with 2.2 million in the red. Now, we do have a few million coming in from them transfers, which is fantastic. But we have no money to spend. No money to spend. Will some of the money that comes in by January move on to that? I don't know. We have an intake, obviously, which happens before the season starts. Who of these players is going to still be here? I don't know. Because will we turn professional before the end of December? I doubt it. And anybody whose contract's running out before then, we can't keep. It's, yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. Having took this club from 11th, I think we were, to 4th. Winning 14, drew 7, lost 9. 49 points we ended on. And we've ended up winning promotion back to top flight. Wasn't expecting that. What I will say is we are going to Finchy, Lima Torres and Figueroa. You guys are sticking in this squad. I'm telling you that now. So obviously we've also got to look to see how our B team and under 19s ended up doing this season. Our B team's looking very, very small, very short of talent, but let me tell you now, with this club as a semi-professional club at the minute, there's no way we can put much focus into this side of the club. They do have a couple of players from our first team who I do make available, and that's pretty much what they're going to have to put up with. But they did end up winning the 4th tier Division 4 Group 4 by 3 points over Lisa Kloster. And Sarpsborg ended up finishing in 3rd place. So there's some big clubs down there in the in the 4th tier now. We ended with K as the 3rd top goal scorer on 12 goals, 17-year-old Norwegian and Ghanaian player. I've got to say, Rosenborg do seem to attract some youth players from around the world, which is very exciting and something to look forward to. But going back up into the 3rd tier, it almost gives us a bit of freedom because we can solely focus, mainly focus on the A team next season. And if the B team did get relegated, they only drop them back down to the 4th tier where we can look at helping them again. Now looking at the under-19s, now looking at that squad, whoever comes through the intake next year, we almost have to promise we're going to sign them because we are so short of people. And that was made apparent with our relegation from the top flight of under-19 football. So next year, Rosenborg's under-19s are going to be playing in regional football. And when we look at the history of the club, it's very sad that a club who... Okay, forget about what I was going to say. I was going to say it's very sad for a club with such historic under-19 records, but they've won the national title twice, and both of them were after the save started. Did this just not exist before then? Let me investigate another team who might have been successful in the past. For example, Molde. History, competitions. Let's have a look. Norwegian under-19 Championship 2025-26. Okay. Norwegian Sandnes no. Sogndal 35 and 47 winners. Stabæk, they've always had a good team. 2048. Okay, so potentially this has only run since we could actually just get past winners, couldn't we? Yeah, it's only run since 2023. So what was taking place before that? Comment below and let me know. We're going to try do this with a lot of academy players and just that sprinkle of quality. Probably off the low market, but we'll see. Drop a like on this video and join me in the next one where we start the season. The next episode will be the first game of next season. A live com. I'll see you next time.